This is the government news brief for Thursday, December 10, 2015. In the news, the government calls on Essequibo farmers to diversify their production, paddy farmers could seek legal recourse for monies owed to them, and the cops are out in Georgetown. These stories and more in this edition of the government news brief. The Guyana Sugar Corporation Gaisuco is likely to achieve its 2015 target by Monday. The second crop production tallied 143,184 tons as of today, and its year-to-date total was 224,327 tons. The corporation had set its target at 227,443,000 tons and is just about 3,000 tons away from achieving it. The last time the corporation achieved the second crop target was in 2004. The company could likely surpass its target as well by 6,000 tons. With 3 estates operating, there is likelihood of this occurring. 2 Berbice estates, Albion and Rose Hall, and Enmore are expected to continue operating until December 21. Gina will keep the nation updated on this issue. I am Azeem Khan. Welcome back. The government is encouraging farmers and other stakeholders in the agriculture sector to diversify their production. It was noted that there is too much dependence on sugar and rice. Shivani Rampasad reports.
The coalition has been pushing for the diversification of agriculture in Guyana, as it believes that this process will allow for greater income for the country and the stakeholders in the sector. Recently, a direct call was made to residents of Essequibo by a high-level team of officials who visited and shared government's vision for the sector.
There's no reason why we cannot grow our own soybean on the intermediate savannas, soybean and corn. There are many other things we can do. We can expand our orchard base. We could be exporting frozen concentrate orange juice from our savanna locations from the Northwest District. We are looking along those lines to expand our agriculture.
The minister, pointing to some of the crops that will come under focus as the diversification initiative takes to the hinterland, identified are corn, soybean, cassava, legumes, in addition to fish and poultry. Meanwhile, some farmers have already begun the process of diversification, as a popular rice farmer in the Essequibo region is now moving to produce bottled coconut water from the Guyana Pomeroons.
I have a Trinidadian partner who is getting on board with me. They're going to do the marketing of the coconut water, and I'm going to do from the planting to the reaping and the production line of it. And that's the way to go. We are looking to control the Caribbean with coconut water, and then we move on to the United States and other part of the world.
At present, paddy farmers are engaged for the top crop in 2016. For this government news brief, Shivani Rampasad reporting.
The government has revoked the lease granted to Ed Amat for 3.41 acres of prime land. Speaking with reporters today, Minister of State Joseph Harmon said the granting of the lease reeks of corruption. He noted that the lease was granted a mere 1 week after Amat's company Generation Complex had applied. Every other applicant for land lease would speak of the lengthy process to obtain a lease. The land is situated at Thomas Road and Irving Street, just opposite the Army's headquarters, Ghana. Ahmad had proposed to build a hotel complete with casino, bars and other entertainment on the land. Ahmad is at present awaiting sentencing in the United States on fraud charges. Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo has advised paddy farmers that they should seek legal recourse to collect the monies owed to them by rice millers. He noted that the transaction between farmers and millers is a private one. Shivani Rampasad gives us the details.
Speaking at the forum at the Anna Regina Multilateral School, over the weekend, Prime Minister Nagamootoo suggested that farmers file a lawsuit against defaulting millers, since all the monies owed to the rice millers for the rice shipped to Venezuela has been paid.
We can say also that after the intervention of the Minister of Agriculture and of the government, that all monies that were owed to rice miller, all rice millers for rice shipped to Venezuela, all monies have been paid. Not a single cent is owed to rice millers. And therefore, if you have a case where you have not been paid for your paddy or for your rice that you sold to rice millers, I advise you today as a lawyer, go to your legal assistant and take action against that rice miller.
Government began paying rice millers in June. Cabinet would have forwarded some 800 million Guyana dollars to the Guyana Rice Development Board to commence the process.
It is not the government that owes you. It is not the board. It is the miller who ought to pay you. And we will join you with whatever measure you want to take by way of public pressure to let all the millers know that whenever they receive money for rice they produce from farmers, that they should make those payments promptly in accordance to the law, as the law has been amended.
The millers in Guyana have developed a reputation of failing to pay rice farmers on time. This is creating an additional financial burden of farmers who have already seen decline in the price offered for a bag of paddy. For the Government News Brief, I'm Shivani Ramprasad reporting.
Essequibians are preparing for local government elections scheduled for March 18, 2016. For many residents, this would be the first time they would be participating in the process to elect their local leaders. Here are the details.
On March 18, when Guyana heads to the polls for local government elections, residents of Essequibo will be voting for persons to head the municipality of Anna Regina and 7 neighborhood democratic councils, including those for the islands of Leguan and Wakenham. Speaking at the Anna Regina Multilateral School last weekend, Local Government Minister Ronald Bulkan explained that the responsibilities and the functions of the new council were not limited to attending to the need of the physical infrastructure and environmental integrity of the community, but every other areas that affect community life.
When we have efficient and functioning councils, they will be able to offer representation on your behalf, that if you are concerned about issues such as inadequate or inefficient policing or delivery of health services or education, your council will be able to make representation on your behalf.
Local government elections were last held in Guyana in 1994. For Guyana's young population, this would be their first experience at the local government elections. The local government system has also gone through many changes. The elections can now be contested by political parties, groups, and individuals.
The philosophy of this administration is that when these new councils come into being, that hand of control that existed in the past, suffocating the functioning and the workings of our local organs, that hand will be removed, and in its place will be extended a hand of support, a hand of cooperation, a hand of collaboration, so that the councils that you will elect will be able to work on your behalf to improve the conditions in your community.
Persons are being asked to check the office of the municipality in which they live and that of the closest NDC to determine the constituency which they live. This would help if they are planning to contest the local government elections and also when it is time to vote. For the Government News Brief, I am Suniko Thorne.
A strong police presence in Georgetown is helping to keep traffic moving during the busiest shopping period of the year. Paul McAdam reports on how this is working.
More traffic ranks are now visible on the roadways for the Christmas season, and even more so now at busy intersections in the capital city of Georgetown. Traffic congestion is always an issue, but this becomes a serious one during this time of the year. The Guyana Police Force's Traffic Department is ready to meet the challenges that arise from the presence of more motorists and pedestrians on the roadways during this period.
At the busy intersection, even though there is traffic lights, traffic ranks are being placed there to help control the traffic, and that is to say, at times we disregard the traffic light and call on the traffic manually so that we could get a free flow and give priority where is needed. To deal with the congestion along Regent Street, especially on Rapture in the market area, we have a crash truck where we tow away a vehicle that is parked badly. Where the vehicle is parked badly and we cannot get access to this crash truck to move it, we usually use a clamp. We clamp the wheels so that when the driver comes, he cannot move. We have a key at the station with the key. So when the driver comes, he comes to the station with the clamp. We will release the clamp, but he will be charged for the offense of leaving the vehicle in a dangerous position. And this will be going on throughout the Christmas period, 24 hours, day and night.
The increased presence of traffic ranks is one aspect of the Christmas security plan initiated by the force to ensure law and order over the holiday season. The increased presence has also been welcomed by business owners.
Now it's going to be the holiday session, this is it what we face here every day with thieves, and it increasing with the thief men there. And I'm happy and glad that the Commissioner of Police is seeing what is happening, and he could do more for us, for our safety and business-wise, and customer-wise, because in our store here, I could tell you, I saw people got robbed right in here. But I cannot do nothing because of my life danger on the road. So I don't want that to happen to people.
You feel comfortable seeing them around.
You've had incidents of people coming in and trying to steal?
Yeah, people do pick up from us. We have to keep looking over all the time, or else they'll pick all this stuff and walk away.
That has brought us to the end of the government news brief for Thursday, December 10, 2015. All our programs can be viewed on our website. We are also on Facebook and YouTube. This is our Guyana Nice photo of the day. Send us yours.